How's it going, everyone? Obviously, a lot of attention coming out of the State of Play event yesterday. One of the games that seemingly has not excited a lot of people is a first-party PlayStation title. Incredibly excited for Astrobot, another first-party PlayStation title, let me say that. But the game that I was really curious to see more of was, of course, Firewalk Studios' Concord, a live service game. And live service does not have a great label attached to it, doesn't have a great reception across the board, especially from the PlayStation audience, which generally speaking, they're not really invested into the live service outings from PlayStation, although Helldivers 2 was a gigantic success. And I'll talk about the comparisons being made with Divers and Concord really are unfounded. And Concord is a game that gamers are crapping all over. Like, this game is getting hate on left and right, and I am really curious about certain aspects of this game because Concord is not going to be a free-to-play title. Yes, Helldivers 2 was a buy-to-play game, and I'll talk about those comparisons in a little bit because I just think they are completely unfounded. I think some people are just making things up as far as Helldivers 2 and the attention that game was getting leading into its release. Concord, on the other hand, guys, to me, now this is my personal opinion, I just think this looks like an incredibly generic, gimmicky hero shooter. A hero shooter that's gonna have a price tag attached to it. We don't know what it is gonna be, but even $30, I just don't know how excited people are gonna get for that. Valorant is free to play. Overwatch 2 is free to play. There's a lot of hero shooters already on the market, and a lot of them are free to play. Hero shooters in general, not the most popular genre of gaming. And what I'm going to talk about starting things off, Concord's gameplay trailer on YouTube. Look at the comments section. Top comment, how generic do you want your game? Yes. Do we have some ideas to make our game stand out? No, boss. Okay, let's make it. 1 week after this game drops, we're sorry this game didn't meet your expectations. 6 months later, shuts down. We know! Like, I really do believe that's gonna happen. Look, I didn't think State of Play was that bad. I thought it was okay. It had some things that were pretty good, but the people defending Concord, and we'll see how the game turns out, but this is just looking to be a comical, like, bro, another hero shooter. It's like a parody game of every trope in the modern West Coast game dev sphere. It has the turquoise blue media background and the quirky millennial writer quips at the end of the trailer. I refuse to believe this is in fact not a parody game. Like, that is such a great way to put the game. Yes, it is every bad trope that is in gaming right now, and reflective of so many games that have underwhelmed and a lot of games that have shut down. And another comment, I really thought we left this era of games behind. Oh, buddy, do I have something to tell you about Sony and PlayStation? Wait until you see Fair Game. Fingers crossed that turns out a little bit more compelling. So you're telling me that over 80 developers at least sat down in their offices for straight 5 years minimum developing this game, and neither of them asked, where is the soul in this? I want you guys to really digest this, that this game probably had millions upon millions of dollars in funding, and that funding could have gone towards classic PlayStation IPs. Now, ultimately, let's say that Concord pops off. Yes, the gravy train that is the potential, the peak of the potential of a game like Concord, the idea of a live service game, the gravy train far exceeds that of what a Sly Cooper game could do, but I just want you guys to digest that. Screw your effing Sly Cooper game, screw your Jack and Daxter. You want to play Sly? Go sign up to Plus Premium and you can play it PS2, PS4. By the way, we ain't giving you that PS3 backwards compatibility. Suck it if you want to play that HD trilogy, buddy. Go sign up for Plus Premium. Game has aged like milk and it isn't even out yet. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy meets Suicide Squad meets Overwatch. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good description of the game. Even the voice actors don't sound enthusiastic about this game. Oh look, another hero shooter, and it's not even free to play. This game is DOA. Guys, people are bored of Overwatch. Let's make another one, but worse. The CGI trailer came across like it'd be a cool new single-player experience. Meh. Yeah, I feel like this the initial trailer, like if you didn't know Concord was a live service game, you would think, oh, this is gonna be like a space expedition game, looks kind of cool. I've literally seen fake games made for monitor marketing pictures that are more interesting. Thank goodness the games industry needs more live service games. Should be free to play to give it a chance to survive. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that this game is gonna be a buy to play title. 1 point, This game has to be baked into PlayStation Plus Extra. You can pretend like it's a huge value offering to PlayStation Plus Extra, maybe get people to sign up for that, but it has to be on Plus Extra if it's not going to be a free-to-play title. I very much believe this game 3 months after release is going to be a free-to-play game, so, you know, I think ultimately it'll be a free-to-play game. Hopefully, the people that do play it are super invested into the cinematic cutscenes, baby! Let's see how long that lasts. An ever-evolving narrative. I'm sure you guys are gonna have years worth of narrative content on that one. Who knows? I've been wrong in the past, but let me talk about it from the standpoint of the Helldivers 2 comparison, and apparently people weren't expecting much of Helldivers 2. Okay, you can say that maybe about other people. I didn't have my finger on the pulse of things quite back in June of last year, but guys, you can dig up videos I did back in June after that trash PlayStation showcase last year where I was talking up Helldivers 2 and how it was one of the best games that was shown there, so I don't know what we're talking about there. I didn't expect the game to pop off as much as it did, but the entire time, I thought the game looked great. By the way, how many games are there out there like Helldivers 2? You know, I don't see a lot of direct comparisons that could be had to Helldivers 2. How many hero shooters do we have? A lot of them free to play, a lot of them with this colorful art style and colorful presentation. We have hundreds of them. I feel like that's not even hyperbole. At least Marvel's rivals can piggyback off the Marvel IP. This is brand new characters. It's a buy-to-play game. The comparisons that people are drawing at Helldivers 2 are just completely unfounded, and people, I am sure there were other people out there. If I am saying back in June of last year that Helldivers 2 looks fantastic and it's a game that I think deserves to be promoted more by Sony, that's what I said over and over again. It deserves more promotion. That was my criticism of Sony's handling of Helldivers 2. Thankfully, the community talked about that game a lot and it popped off in its own right, but the attention was brewing for Helldivers 2 as more and more gameplay was coming out. It wasn't like the game came out and then all of a sudden, the game, people found out about the game. That's not what happened. If you look back, the 2 weeks leading into the release of Helldivers 2, there was this groundswell of anticipation and hype. You can look at the videos. Trust me, guys, I have analytical data where I can show you guys the videos I've uploaded about Helldivers 2. 2 weeks before that game came out, that's when, like, a lot of views started coming in and people started talking about that game and taking notion of it. Obviously, it went to a completely different level when it came out, but at no point do I think people were crapping all over Helldivers 2 in droves like they are in Concord. I really think comparing it to Helldivers 2, because Sony got this big W with Helldivers 2, it's just like a defense mechanism the Sony Defense Task Force is gonna take to defend Concord as well, where you're comparing apples and oranges here. It's not the same thing. Concord got its gameplay debut trailer and people crapped all over it. I don't remember what the comment section was like in the Helldivers 2 gameplay trailer, but you know what? We're here. We can pull it up. Helldivers 2 PS Showcase trailer. And maybe, you know, people went back and commented on Helldivers 2 announced trailer from a year ago. Let's look at this. Does this have gameplay in it? Yeah, it does have gameplay. Remember, it did. Oh, look at this. One of the top comments, 2.3K from a year ago. Helldivers is great. Too many people don't know what that game is. Thankfully, that changed. Finally, a co-op game worth getting excited about. Arrowhead is back to save us. I'm doing my part. This is the Starship Troopers game I've always wanted. I'm not sure if I want this game to be released with or without a lot of bugs. Finally, after ages of no new content, we get a huge step up from Helldivers 1. Avid Helldivers 1 fan have been hoping for a sequel for a long time, and the swap up in gameplay is exactly what I was hoping for. A lot of people don't know how engaging this game is. Boy, I'm so hyped. Those are the comments you saw about Helldivers 2. Hence why I said Sony should amp up the promotion of the game. That was my criticism of Helldivers 2 and how they handled it. It should have gotten the opening slot on that PlayStation showcase. It should have had a big promotional push on it. That has always been the criticism of Helldivers. And I saw one comment that was like, funny how a lot of people didn't care about Helldivers 2 when it was coming out, but then when it came out, it exploded. Nobody was ever crapping on Helldivers 2 in droves. That is the difference. Helldivers 2 was just a game that, when it was initially announced, a lot of people didn't know about it. It was an unknown commodity at that point, and that's why I thought it should have gotten the opening slot. That's why I thought Sony should have done more to promote it. Thankfully, all is well, and it turned out great, and people got their hands on it, and the word got out. But a lot of the times, great games do come out that just don't get played a lot. In the case of Concord, like, it's getting trashed on from a ground level as soon as the gameplay trailer drops, and the release is 2 months away, not a long time away. Now, pre-orders will be kicking off June 6th. I will certainly be talking about whatever the price point is that'll get you beta early access for you and 4 friends, and the game is available on August 23rd. Just a couple days removed from the release of Black Myth Wukong, so take that however you will. Somebody pointed that out in the comment section, so I thank you for that, but yeah, that is a little bit notable. But that's gonna do it for me. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys can convince me otherwise, but the comparisons to Helldivers 2, I'ma just say that's straight up comical. You guys are inventing some world which we didn't live in, where people were apparently crapping on Helldivers 2. No, people didn't know about Helldivers 2. And there were certainly people that did know about the game that were talking it up way back in June, and it was a case of the 2 weeks leading into the release, it amped up in anticipation. Maybe that'll happen with Concord, I don't know. But I highly, highly doubt that is the case. I don't think the world needs another hero shooter that is pay to play with questionable characters and dialogue, to say the least. That is going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.